rise for the prayer given by the 264 Combat Sustainment Support Battalion's Chaplain Robinson.
What is the faith tradition for the police? Holy Father, you give us life and all the gifts. Today we come to you with deep gratitude in our hearts for all who are gathered here to recognize the achievements and potential of Specialist Burno, who is about to be promoted to sergeant. With promotion to sergeant comes a greater responsibility of leadership in our formation, so we ask for your guidance and favor on him. We are also mindful of those who over the years have contributed to his personal and professional growth. We are also thankful for the support of his family, and especially his wife who's here with us today. In your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Oops, sorry.
Specialist Burno will now center himself within the NCO arc. The NCO arch is a symbol of great heritage, tradition, and translation of a junior enlisted soldier to a non-commissioned officer, a leader of soldiers. Specialist Burno will now be joined by his lovely wife, Erica, and his mother-in-law, Miss Maria, as we promote him from specialist to sergeant. Please hold your applause until the end of ceremony. The Secretary of the Army has reposed... Attention to orders. The Secretary of the Army has reposed special trust and confidence in the patriotism, valor, fidelity, and professional excellence of Sean Dante Joseph Burno. In view of these qualities and his demonstrated leadership, potential, and dedicated service to the U.S. Army, he is therefore promoted from specialist to sergeant. Promotion is effective 1 December 2015 with a date of rank of 1 December 2015. Undersigned A. Mark Jordan III, Chief Military Personnel Division. Sergeant Burno's first line leader, Staff Sergeant Velasquez, will now administer the charge of non-commissioned officer to Sergeant Burno.
Repeat after me. I will discharge carefully and diligently
I will discharge carefully and diligently
the duties of the grade
to
which I have been promoted,
and
uphold the traditions
uphold the traditions
and standards of the Army.
I
understand the soldiers of lesser rank are required to obey my lawful orders. Accordingly, I will accept responsibility for their actions. As a non-commissioned officer, I accept the charge to observe and follow the orders and directions given by supervisors, acting according to the laws, articles and rules governing the discipline of the Army. I will correct conditions detrimental to the readiness thereof. In doing so, I will fulfill my greatest obligation as a leader, and hereby confirm my status as a non-commissioned officer.
At this time, we will be reciting the creed of the non-commissioned officer.
The creed of the non-commissioned officer. The creed of the non-commissioned officer.
The creed of the non-commissioned officer.
No one is more professional than I.
I am a non-commissioned officer, a leader of soldiers. As a non-commissioned officer, I realize that I'm a member of a time honored corps, which is known as the backbone of the Army. I am proud of the Corps of non-commissioned officers, and will at all times conduct myself so as to bring credit upon the Corps the military service, and my country, regardless of the situation in which I find myself. I will not use my grade or position to attain pleasure, profit, or personal safety. Competence is my watchword. My two basic responsibilities will always be uppermost in my mind: accomplishment of my mission and the welfare of my soldiers. I will strive to remain technically and tactically proficient. I am aware of my role as a non-commissioned officer. I will fulfill my responsibilities inherent in that role. All soldiers are entitled to outstanding leadership. I will provide that leadership. I know my soldiers, and I will always place their needs above my own. I will communicate consistently with my soldiers and never leave them uninformed. I will be fair and impartial when recommending both rewards and punishment. Officers in my unit will have maximum time to accomplish their duties. They will not have to accomplish mine. I will earn their respect and confidence, as well as that of my soldiers. I will be loyal to those with whom I serve, seniors, peers, and subordinates alike. I will exercise initiative by taking appropriate action in the absence of orders. I will not compromise my integrity, nor my moral courage. I will not forget, nor will I allow my comrades to forget, that we are professionals, non-commissioned officers, leaders.
Command Sergeant Major Fogel, the senior enlisted non-commissioned officer of 264th Combat Sustainment Support Battalion, presents Sergeant Burno with the framed creed of the non-commissioned officer, signed by Command Sergeant Major Fogel and 30 SC's Command Sergeant Major Griffin. This will serve as a constant reminder of the roles, duties, responsibilities of an NCO.
Floor is yours. Well, first of all, I would like to thank everybody for coming out today. I would like to thank God for allowing this to, be possible, because without Him it wouldn't be possible. I gotta give a shout out to Sergeant Jones and Sergeant Cooper. Every time I always talk about progression in the Army, I immediately go back to them. They're the people who brought me in from reception here at Fort Bragg. And since day one, they really molded me into the soldier, to the sergeant that I am today. So thank you for that. Thank you for the people I work with in the S3 shop. Everybody in there every day. Sergeant Burno, Specialist Burno, do this, do that. I execute, but in the process of executing, I'm learning something. I'm always being taught, being fed something by Sergeant McKnight. I thank you to the commander, to the first sergeant. I really appreciate all the time that you've invested in me. Your time's not going in vain. And to all the officers that have supported my growth in the Army, I really appreciate that too. And to the soldiers out here, I thank you for the support. And one day you guys will be here as well, So something to look forward to. And always keep your mind in the right direction. Do the right thing. You won't have any problems. You'll be very successful in the Army. And my wife and my mother-in-law, I think everybody should thank them because they made this delicious food in the background. So, but this is my support system right here. This is somebody who humbles me every time I get a little bit, when I go the wrong direction. So I thank my wife and then my son. He's on the way.
Thank you for attending today's ceremony. Please join Sergeant Burno and his family for refreshments being served in the rear of the room.
Oh. This is my wife, Sergeant Major. Nice to see you, Burno. What do you do? Yeah, I'm just glad I thank you for showing up.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Hey, congrats.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming out here. Thank you, Master. Thank you. Success is because of you. You're part of it. You're part of I couldn't even say it. I couldn't even say it. It's good to get it. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, dude. What's going on, man? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. Thank you, man. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. It'll be for Sam and Mike, May. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you coming. I got you. Thank you. Hey, y'all get some food. Don't leave without getting some food. I appreciate you coming. I really do. I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it. Thank you.
Excuse me. Picture.
Hey, I'll get y'all some food and some cupcakes and stuff, man.
No, you're supposed to be there. Oh, let me sit down. Got it.